Hello and welcome back. My name is Brandon Watson. Today in this video we're going to do a little recap of our December 5th watch list, as well as update a new watch list going into the end of December and into January. So again, if you find any of this information helpful and you like everything that I do here, please drop a like and subscribe. I certainly appreciate every single one. And if you have any questions, please feel free to drop a comment below as well. So going into our recap, we'll start with BILI back on, let's see, it was December 5th that we got it. First day would have been December 7th right up here. So this one immediately kept going for BILI. BILI went up another 33%. As of right now, it's down 16%. Looks like it's maybe trying to catch itself. Maybe not yet. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit more time. As of right now, if anything, it could come down and retest 65. Let's draw a line right here at this level, about 64, 65-ish. And I don't know. Yeah, well, let's draw this other one right here as well. Right around, what is that, $78. Could potentially bounce off that, but I wouldn't hold my breath quite yet. BILI has been doing really well. All things come to an end eventually, although it doesn't have to come to an end yet. Here's BLDP. BLDP, we have December 4th here, so the next day we run up 2 days for 12.5% before getting rejected at this $21 level, coming back down, double bottoming at 18.39-ish right here off the 25 EMA, comes up and actually breaks through that resistance at $21 and goes up another 30% in just about 9 trading sessions. So that one might not top out yet, although it could come down and retest this 2140 level that it was at before pushing higher. So if anything, I would like to see it the way it built a support, double bottoming here at $18 region. I kind of want to see it build a support as well, the way it kind of holds right here as well around the 14 level. We need the same support. Don't just go in there thinking that it's going to hold. Scale in small. DAR is another one. Let's see, let's drop this down. DAR is another one that on December 4th, December 7th, okay, we dropped down. Our low here, had you scaled in small and weighted, it could have been 19%. If you're still holding, is around 16%. So if you scaled into that, you're looking at around maybe 10 or 12, which is not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty good. HOLX. This one just kind of went sideways, it looks like. December 7th. All right. So we popped up, still hit this resistance here from 73.63 region. Came down, bounced off the 9 EMA, popped up solid, but only came up about 7.5%, so nothing too crazy. Looks like we're topping out around 77.50-ish. So I'm okay on that one. Doesn't really look that great. We have an arrow here already. I like that. All right, so we dropped on the 7th. 8th, 9th came down to 200 EMA. Went up 12% for ACGL. ACGL. I did say it could take a while in the last video. So it is taking a while to come back and recover, but that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see, CHX. Cool. The 7th, all right. 7th and 8th, we come down. We hold the 9 EMA for the next 2-3 days. Pop up for about 12% before dropping back down. That would have been a like a 2-day, 3-day little hold. Nothing too crazy. DVN, the same thing. CHX and DVN, I believe they're both oil companies. So they will have a little bit of news come out that could affect them in either direction. Usually it's not always great. What is this? DVN only went up about 4% from the 7th. That's also not too good. ATI has continued to go up since I called it out in the first video. But let's see here. December 7th. Up here. Yep, sure is. ATI has actually came back down, trying to retest the 25 EMA, has bounced off there so far, coming to try and retest this support from back in February, and it's caught just underneath it. Might come up, and if it does, from the 17 region up to about $20, 17, 18-ish%, which puts it right back here in December again at that resistance that it formed before coming back down in March. So this one is moving a lot better. This is how I would have wanted to see CHX and DVN play out off the 200, but they didn't. ATI is still kind of in a good pattern. Let's draw this. It's in a decent pattern. Would have been nice to just hold on to it though, but it's all good. Sometimes you just don't want to hold through this consolidation, especially if you have a smaller account. You want to ride these swings up, capitalize that, pull out, take your profit, and then start a new position a couple of days later, because as you can see, it's just been coming down. So if you have a small account, there's no real point in holding on to that when you can just capitalize on that movement, that upward movement. Come back, keep this on your watch list, see if you can get another upward movement again. Capitalize that, pull out. All right, so let's see what else we can find on our scanner. Okay, the first one that we're gonna have is AVTR. It looks like we're kind of building this consolidation between, what is it, 2550 level to around the 2780-ish region as it pushes to its highs around $29, 2 cents short. Looks like we have Finviz, average price target is 28.4, although November 10th, 2020, our last upgrade was for overweight for $33. So going back where we're at right now, assuming that we can actually start to trend back up and break up out of this consolidation, $33 from here is about 22.5%. Which is not too bad. That's what this is, a life sciences company. Life sciences. Let's see. Life sciences tools. Basic materials, specialty chemicals. So getting mixed things about here. I'm not too interested in what it is, to be honest, but the pattern itself looks decent. Looks like we're kind of dropping off a little bit here in volume. I want to just jump right into it. Going into the 1 hour, it seems like we're in this downtrend. Let me go ahead and take off the extended hours, which if you don't know how to already, I made a video. Oh, I did not on how to do the extended hours. So real quick, you'll do right click, go down to style, settings, equities tab, take off this show extended hours trading session. Also click this on, so that way whenever you do your right click, it's just automatically there and you can take it off easier. Makes things a lot quicker. So going back without the extended hours and just looking at the pattern here, we are in this semi downtrend, momentary downtrend that could pick up off the 200 EMA, but I'm not going to say that it is 100% going to do it. Nothing's for certain. Going down to a 30-minute, it's not looking any better. So it is potential to make these higher lows. The EMA is kind of sloping upwards slightly, but it could also break down. Let's just do this right here. Let's draw that right there so there's no confusion. We'll change the color and we'll see what happens. We'll keep it on the watch list. Do that right there. And we'll see which way it breaks out. Because one thing is for certain is that something's going to happen. One thing is for certain is that something's going to happen. And it could either play off of this 28, get rejected, come back down to 25 and break down. Or I could build a support and double bottom here off of 25.5 before just continuing to consolidate and making its mind up then. So we'll go ahead and add this to the watch list and just see what happens. Doesn't mean you have to play it. Nothing has to be played. These are all just to watch and learn and to find out what happens. And if you do play it and make a little bit of money, there's nothing wrong with that at all. So we'll see. Next one I'm going to add is FSM. This one, as well as in this consolidation that's been holding, it might not break out. If anything, what I really want to see is maybe this 775 come back down to around the $6 level, the way it has about 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times. 6 if you want to count this high or low. We'll just say 5 times, and held that $6 level. If we can come back down and build that support for a couple of days, I wouldn't mind sailing into that and trying to ride this consolidation for looks like 3-4 days, couple days, just back up to 8, and then reevaluate and see, all right, are we going to get rejected again, or are we going to break up? If we start to break up, I would of course hold on, and if it gets rejected, I would just take that profit and rinse and repeat until the pattern no longer holds. So this is decent to just try and what is this? What kind of channel is this? Doop, doop, doop. Oh. This is a 26% channel, potentially 32%, and we can start to reach highs again around 8. So I do like this pattern. And let's go ahead and add FSM, which is Fortuna Silver Mines. I don't really expect much out of metals and mining, out of silver. I don't know anything about silver. I'm just looking at the pattern. So I'm just playing that. I don't want to get caught up in any news that starts putting hopes and emotions into things. I just want to stay on the pattern itself, play the pattern, not the stock. Take the money, get in, get out. Moving on. Okay, so next one I have is going to be IMGN. It's kind of a little bit of a funky one, the way that it moves. So this one for sure is to be scaled in small. If it were to be played, it's kind of iffy just because it doesn't really have great news for it. Some of these people think that it's in a bearish downtrend right now. Let's see, October 26th we had an upgrade for $11. October 2nd was for $14. Nothing since then. Average price target is 9.31. It's a biotech stock, so 9.31, $11, $14. 9 is potential. Let's see, I need to move this over a little bit more. All right, so 9 is potential to curl up into this. We have 7.87. Let's draw a line right here. I'm going to go ahead and extend this out to the left. Make this just because it's new and we don't get confused. All right, so its potential to come up, which is about 12% from where we're at now, up to about 7.8. 7, which is the 52-week high. The way that this moves, I would just be careful of a possibility of coming back down to maybe retest this area here, though it is possible that maybe we already held over it and we're starting to curl up and up back towards 8. If that holds, we might go to 9. And they said what, $11 and $14. So looking at all the way back on the monthly, I just drew this, and what you can see here is a line here at 9.09 that we saw here on the daily. So this 9.09, where did I get that from? That was all the way back on the 20-year 1 month all-time high was at 24.25 back when it IPO'd in January 1st of 2001. Came down, held this $9 before dropping all the way down to about $2. Came back up, got rejected, came down, came up, retested, got rejected, consolidated for a couple of years before coming up again, getting rejected a third time, fourth time. This fifth time it actually succeeded in breaking up and over, comes up 128% over about 2-3 years before coming right back down to 5. Plays at this level again before gapping up over the course of 2 months, 116%, held here again. Then it fell through, collapsed all the way back down to $1.50. That's now the support. Fails to meet 9 again. This high was here at 8.84 before popping up and over momentarily for a year and then failing again. So it's possible that we do come back up and retest that level. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that I got rejected when it came up to that $9 level. So just be careful of that. Can it go up and over with the right news? Sure. With the right attention? Sure. It'll gain momentum. But as of right now, just check to see if it can curl off of this $7 and head towards 8. Anything past that would be nice. What is that? What did I say that was? Roughly about 12% for right now. So IMGN, we'll add that to the list. Okay, so next up we have a little AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Has a lot of nice consolidation. I've been checking it out for a while. I don't know why I never got into it back when I saw it around the $50 mark a couple months ago. Had a nice push up, hit this resistance around $94, came back, built support around $74, and has trended up from here to about 30%, going over to FinViz. Average price target is 91.31, so we are already there. Let's see, we have upgrades for roughly $100 at October 28th and November 6th. So I think that it will definitely go up to $100 once a stock has reached this point. It's for sure going to go to $100, although not 100% for sure. We'll see. Let's see, $100 is about 10%, and if it goes higher, which it probably will, it's about 20%. So AMD is not bad to hold on to long-term-ish. It's a relatively good company. The pattern is very solid. It looks like it could curl up off this 25 EMA potentially, which would put it with this resistance that it got rejected at before coming back down to the $70 level, $73, $74 level. So I do like AMD. It's not going to offer the most reward immediately just because of where it's at, how it's moving. It's not going to be as volatile unless it has like some kind of crazy news come out, which well, I have no idea, to be honest. It could, who knows. Other people would know more about the actual company itself than me. I just like the pattern, and we'll see. I might scale in small potentially if this $90 level can hold, play 90 to 100 and take it from there. So AMD, we'll add that to the list and see if we can find anything else. Okay, so the last one we're going to add is SRNE, Sorrento Therapeutics. And the reason for that is if we go back on the 20-year 1 month, I actually played this back in 2018. I have some lines in here. I know it's kind of hard to see uh, these channels and whatnot, but this red, white, and gray line, I I placed back in 2018. And if you're looking today, you can see that it got rejected at these levels after coming up. Got rejected back in June, mid-June, mid-June into July. Holds a 6.5, $6 region-ish before popping back up over this gray line of 7.5 and holding into this nice rally up to 19.39. Collapses, comes back down to $6 before holding these lines again and then popping back up. But it seems like we're making lower highs, so what we'll do is we'll add this here. Extend to the right. Any new line that I make is going to be a blue line, so we don't get confused. And so we kind of broke out. We're going sideways. We have higher lows from these last 3 points. Draw a line right here. So this is going to be at 6.53. We have a low here at 6.58 on December 17th. We're now holding above this 200 EMA, which is kind of hard to see because you have this white line here, but they're both coinciding with each other, so I like that. I'm going to leave those. I don't like to delete my lines, even if they're from way back, because as you can see here, 3 years later, a couple years later, that those lines are still holding. So you never know when they're going to help out, especially when you're swing trading or investing. Day trades, it doesn't matter. But for this method, it can definitely help out to have some lines, and I mean, it's trending right off of it, all the way back from 2018. So let's see. Finviz, there's no average price target. The last price target was for $30, from $24 to $30 on July 31st. It was reiterated. So that was kind of a while back. Actually, what day was that? That was July 31st. So we go back to July 31st. Let's see here. We're looking at about a $7.50 stock is when they thought it could go to 30. So that's probably why I had this nice push. I'm sure there was a lot of hype behind it. I think they thought it was a vaccine play at one point, but then it turned out not to be. So it's just been trending down from there. Since it got the wrong type of catalyst and the wrong type of hype along with that price upgrade at the same time, I think people just kind of fizzled out. It is still a good company. I believe it's been holding this 200 EMA, and it's kind of consolidating sideways. Let's see, we have this rejection here as a resistance. So anywhere in between 6.5 to 8 is a decent consolidation. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. People could still be building up their positions to kind of try and ride that back up. There's a lot of people that were trapped in here. So it's potential that it maybe heads back up to 10-ish. And if it does go to 10, I would probably wait for 8.5 to hold, 8.2 to hold, ride that up to 10. That's a roughly 20% gain if it does. So that's not too bad. And nothing's really overbought. I like it. Let's go into the 1 hour real quick. 1 hour, 9 EMA. Let's okay. We're caught right here in between the 9 and the 25. If we can bounce off of that, which would put that off of this high around 7.74 on December 22nd, and that holds as a support, potential support, we might be able to drive forward. Otherwise, the 200 really needs to hold on this time frame. I really like to see the 200 EMA hold all time frames, just to confirm that we're going up. But as of right now, looks decent. Looks like a position could be built up slowly into this, just to see if we can maybe ride into 10, potentially higher. Who knows, over time. But I'm not going to count it out, and I already added to the watch list, so we'll see what happens. All right, well, that's going to do it for today. I think that this list of 5 AVTR, FSM, IMGM, IMGN, AMD, and Sereno SRNE are good potentials going into the end of December into January. I'm not saying play any of these. I'm not saying play all of these. I'm not telling you how to play them. I'm just saying that these look fairly decent and they're worth keeping an eye on at least. So again, I appreciate everyone coming in. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. If you found any of this information helpful, I appreciate a like or a subscribe. And hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you and take care.